Olivia. Hello, everyone. It's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. How are you? We are back. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. It's Friday, right? It's Friday. Friday? Friday. It's Friday. I mean, the days have keep going and going and going, and I've lost track of time completely, but I know that I'm here with you, and I'm happy. So we are here, This Is It TV, with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, 9 a.m. each and every day. That's Monday through Friday, broadcasting live from the Idea Performing Arts Center at the BB&T Pavilion on the Camden Waterfront. We are so excited that this show is not only up and running, but it gets better and better each and every episode. Each and every episode, we are moving forward in a proper direction. And I tease my team because we started off in a certain way. You know, like I had told you the very first show, I made a determination that I was going to launch this show on, I believe it was September 12th. I said, September 12th, we are going to launch this show. When I made the announcement that we were going to launch the show, I did not have a crew. I did not have a crew, I had a location, and I had a dream, and then that was it. And I knew that if I had set forth a specific date, that I needed to work towards that date. I needed to find a crew, I needed to find the resources, I needed to be able to make it make sense. And with that determination came this amazing crew that I work with now. We needed to move the date back a bit, and we're going to talk about this within the morning message. Needed to move the date back. I needed to accept the process, accept that I wasn't necessarily ready at that particular time to give you all 120%. So what I decided to do with comfort and with confidence is to move my date back to a point that was more comfortable for me. But that didn't mean that the dream wasn't going to come true. That didn't mean that we were going to cancel everything. That didn't mean that I was going to go home completely disappointed and or broken, that I didn't meet my initial benchmark. That means that I needed to make adjustments, that I needed to seek the necessary resources in order to be successful and set that initial goal at all. We wouldn't be here today. Now we have all of this, and now every show gets better. Every piece of technology that we add to the mix allows for me to communicate with you in a more effective way. Every ability, every hurdle, every conversation that we have, we need this, we want this, shouldn't we do this, can't we be this, leads us to being better, bigger and better every single time. So we appreciate your patience, but I'm sure that you know that this is a journey, and for us to get to where we want to be and then beyond, we definitely need to go through it and practice. And so we appreciate you being part of our practice, but it has been wonderful. So you can probably see, if you've been watching from the very first show till now, we have made huge strides from a production standpoint, from a content standpoint, and we'll continue to do so each and every day. Filming every morning is a little bit of a journey and a little bit of a struggle, getting here at an early morning hour. But like I told you all before, I'm a morning person. I like to get up before everybody else. I like to get to work before everybody else even opens their eyes. It allows for me to feel like I'm ahead of the game in certain types of ways. So this Monday, it's not Monday, it's Friday. This morning message is really about that. It's about being self-motivated. It's about moving yourself towards a particular goal. And it's also about being patient with yourself in order to get there. It's been a long, long entrepreneurial journey for me. And like I've told you many times, it's really about the valleys as much as it is about the hills, and how I survive those valleys and move forward in an effective way. If I was not self-motivated, if I did not believe my dreams to be true, if I did not believe that I would one day receive all of the things in life that I truly, truly wanted, if I did not take that belief and then work towards them aggressively with a plan, that all comes from having the guts and having the courage in order to go after what it is that I wanted. But it also really is about being focused. It's about waking up every morning knowing that it's work, knowing that you have to get to work, and that nothing in life is given to you. You need to be motivated. You need to know that your dreams are worth it. If you want to spend your entire life doing something, and if you want that thing to be able to support you, everybody was asking, everybody has a different kind of philosophy on being pregnant, obviously, but everybody would say, Are you feeling awful? Are you feeling bad? Like, how do you feel? And my pregnancy, believe me, had a number of valleys and a number of hills as well. But I would always say, I'm making people. I'm making a person. How in the world could I make elbows and have that be easy? How in the world could I create ears and not be a little uncomfortable? So yes, was it uncomfortable? Yes, did I get sick? But I was prepared for the journey because I knew that it would be hard. And in order for me to have my beautiful daughter that you see floating around on this set, I would have to be uncomfortable. The work would have to be put in. I would have to sacrifice. It would not be easy. But now I reap the benefits of that literal labor by seeing her every single day and understanding that she thrives to be bigger and better. And I was part of that. I made that. You may not be giving birth to a baby. You may be giving birth to your business. But the same applies. Nothing that you really want in life, you will truly appreciate if you haven't worked for it. If the journey is easy, you need to move the dial. The carrot needs to be pushed. You need to be able to strive towards something bigger and better because that is what it's going to take. It's going to take confidence. It's going to take dedication. We talked a lot about being persistent and consistent in a previous episode, but you have to be self-motivated. You have to understand. You have to understand the importance of your dream within your life. It is not going to be easy to be successful. In fact, that would mean that the majority of people out there would be, in fact, successful. And we know that that's not necessarily the case. But what we do know that those that have that entrepreneurial spirit, those that wake up every day knowing exactly what they want to do and exactly where they want to go, it comes from inside. It comes from their heart. It comes from their mind. It comes from planning. And we encourage you to do the same. We know why we built this. We built this in order to celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. And every morning, it is my honor to provide you with a little bit of insight as to how I do it and how some of my mentors have done it. Michelle Obama's up. They're up. So I'm going to be up. I cannot want my dreams to happen and sleep in. I can't. There's work to be done. Now, believe me, I have working on my life balance, and I do see my family and I love my friends, and there is, a level of that in my life, and we'll talk about that on future episodes. But really, it's about being prepared for the work, owning the fact that there is going to be work involved, understanding that that's really part of the journey. A lot of people want get rich quick schemes. No, you can get money quick, but can you get rich quick? Can you have abundance quickly? I don't think so. I think anything worth having takes time, and you need to afford yourself the time, and that's not necessarily in your day-to-day schedule, but within your mind. Cut yourself a break and give yourself the time needed in order to be successful. Say, you know what? I'm prepared. I know that it's not going to come easy, but with faith and with determination, it will come. We are providing you with a stage in order to share your entrepreneurial spirit, to share your stories, the features and benefits of your products or services, or promoting your upcoming project. We have that here for you. And with that and our morning messages, we'll give you some insight onto how to do that. What we ask of you are a couple things. To be really focused on your dream. And today, my ask for you is for you to be self-motivated. Not just continue to talk about what you're going to do, but actually, in fact, do it. Knowing that it won't happen tomorrow. Knowing that the dreams that you have will not automatically be gifted to you with just a hope and maybe even just a prayer. But the work in combination with that hope and with that prayer is where abundance lives. And one of the things that I always say is true aspiration. The wanting and the willingness, and you want this to happen to you, and where you want to be, plus action, plus the ability to actually go for it, create a plan and be skilled within it, equals abundance. That is something that I live in. I can't just dream and not do. I can't just act and not have a plan. All of that, A plus A equals A, is really what it is for me. Or you're paying attention completely because you don't want to be at work, and I appreciate that too. Don't tell your boss I said so. But I want you to tune in and see us on a regular basis because we will be here for you. If you have folks that are out there in your life that have a story to tell, I need you to find us, follow, friend, and like us, and make sure that we have all of their information. We'll continue to send out the document that I need you to fill out in order for you to become a guest here at This Is It TV. I want to make sure that this stage is here for all of you to tell your stories, and that we broadcast to you each and every morning so you can be inspired and you can learn a little bit more about what your fellow citizens and community members are doing. We all need your support. We need your support here at This Is It TV, and those entrepreneurs that sit in this seat need your support as well. So we will encourage you to follow, fan, and like them, and be inspired each and every day. So to continue our inspiration for the day, to continue in talking about all of the amazing things that are going on and how you can stay focused not only within your business, but also discussing how she stayed focused in reaching her goals and objectives, my new friend, Tia Johnson, will be joining me. Hello, love. Come on over.
All right.
How you doing?
Good. How are
my
you?
beautiful girl. Those earrings.
Oh,
I love those earrings.
Thank
All right,
you
have
so
a seat
much.
right there.
Brought you a gift.
Please. All right, so we're going to use this. I'm going to prop it up. No
All right.
disrespect to my coffee. You know when I sacrifice my coffee, you know it's an important thing.
It's
when
a big deal.
When I put the coffee down, it's for my people. It's for my people. All right, so I'm going to put the coffee down because I want people to be able to see your beautiful
All
face.
right.
I don't want to get...
I need that cup. That's
I
nice.
know. Well, I'm going to kiss it, apparently. The lipstick's going to hit it right
There you
here.
go.
All
It's
right,
your
there
mark.
it is. There, I'm going to put my mark. Liv, can we see it? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So we have an amazing team. You guys will meet them soon enough as well. How are you? Your cover's gorgeous.
I'm great. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
I love
you.
that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I know, again, thank you to the World Wide Web for
Yes.
connecting me to so many amazing people, So I want to talk to you about, and we were actually corresponding via email, about a transition that you're making, right?
Yes.
Right? Because you had an original business.
Yes.
Right? And what was that?
All spiritually based, helping people to heal on multiple levels.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And so now we've written the book.
Yeah.
So tell me, where did that all come from? So it was, you were helping people on a spiritual basis, and then it
Right.
transitioned into writing a book and putting it all down on paper.
Right.
Yeah.
So blog post from 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was called 20 Calls to Action, How to Get to the Point in Your Life.
Right.
And at that point, I was solely a blogger.
Right.
I didn't show my face.
Yeah.
However, there were women who were twice my age. I
Yeah.
was 25, 27 at the time.
Yeah.
And there were women who were twice my age who resonated with what I was writing. So I
Right.
figured, oh my gosh, I will put this on the back burner
Yes.
because I don't want these women to think, who is this 20-something-year-old telling me about my life?
Right,
So-
no fair.
So yeah, that came about, and I just
Yeah.
thought this year was a great time to talk about how to get to the point in your life, because I communicate with a lot of entrepreneurs who are
Yeah.
trying to figure out, how do I get to a point here? How do I get to a point there? So what's so unique about this book, in addition to being a blog post, is that
Yeah.
I actually interviewed 5 women who are on different stages in their
Wow.
business. So I interviewed a millionaire, I interviewed
Wow.
someone who was just in stage 1 of their business. So that's how that book came about.
Really? So, and I think it's interesting that you said that, I was a blogger and you had a voice of an
Yeah.
do you consider yourself an older soul?
I sure
Is
do.
that what it is? Right. You're like, I don't want you to
Yes,
judge me because I was born in the 90s, but whatever, we'll figure it out. No, but it's true. You know what I mean? And so you figured yourself as an older soul. I mean, that was
Yeah.
a hurdle, that people not kind of seeing who you were
Yeah.
as a younger person.
Right.
Because you really wanted to kind of keep that private?
Yes. So it was just, I love to write. I really
Yeah.
do. It's a passion of mine. And I thought, okay, I can help people
Yeah.
through my writing. And the people who I was helping to heal were around about my age. But when
Yeah.
I really started to read the comments on the blog,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these are older women. It was
Yeah.
very intimidating.
It's like-
But like you were saying in your
Right.
morning inspiration,
Yeah.
you got to get uncomfortable.
You gotta get uncomfortable.
I had to bust that comfortable bubble.
Right.
Get
right,
out there.
Right. And I think it's important because the majority of people, truthfully, are uncomfortable. Whether they want to admit it or whether they don't want to admit it, they're uncomfortable.
Right.
And when they seek out blog posts, programs like ours, they're seeking some sense of inspiration, some sense of
Absolutely.
motivation.
Absolutely.
And they're doing it in the privacy of their own home,
Right.
where in fact they are a little bit more comfortable, right?
Right.
And so they're in that space. So you were able to provide them with insights, right, into what? Tell me exactly what you were
So initially with the healing, the insights were about what's going on with them at that current space and time, and how they can heal, whether it's a problem that was their own, a problem they about the three groups of people meet. So the first group involves a group of people who want you to succeed no matter what.
Right.
They're giving you their time, money, resources. They're the plug that connect you with other people. Group number two involves those who want you to succeed but not to surpass them. So they might say things like, that's cute, you're doing that, oh, okay. And then group number three involves those haters. So when I host my workshops, I ask them, or ask the audience, who do you think is the most dangerous group? Some think it's three, but it's actually two, because they can drop the ball on you. So that's why this is so important for people to learn.
We are such kindred spirits, because I call it my huddle.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But the philosophy is the same. Like, my mother is my season ticket holder. She'll hang out in the rain. She don't care. She'll come to every single game. She's not worried about it. Oh, baby, you're doing so well. Did you see Cheldin? She's doing so well.
Yes.
And then you have the people that are in your huddle that will tell you the truth. They're really going to break it down for you. They're really going to make it make sense. But then there are the people that are the fans. And you need them. You know what I mean? You need the fans. You need them to cheer you on. They're wearing the number on the face, whatever else. But the minute you drop that ball, they're telling you to get rid of your quarterback, fire your coach, this and this. You know what I mean? They're there when it's sunny. And when you're winning, but when you're not. So we are kindred spirits. We believe the same thing. And I think it's interesting that I call them fans, but you say that that's the dangerous group of people, because you hold them at a distance. You know, you bring them in because they make you feel comfortable enough to do so.
Exactly, yes.
And then it becomes dangerous. And I think you work a lot with women, right? And there's some challenges there in being liked, in being approved. You know what I mean? I want you to like my business. I want you to think I'm going to be successful. Have you run into those types of scenarios?
Yes. Sometimes there's the I'm starting out, what can I learn from you? Or it's just so many dynamics, especially like you said with women. There's the older, younger dynamic. There's the more seasoned. You don't necessarily be older, but if you're more seasoned, why should I learn from you? So there's a lot of dynamics. So I always like to give life examples. I like to make people feel comfortable, so that way when they do come to me, they're not seeing, well, I will tell my age, 31. They're not seeing
that's fine.
Someone in their 30s.
Right. I'll hang out at 31 for a little bit.
They're just
I will hang out there. Yes.
So that's
But that was a big, but 30 was a really defining moment for me, because it became a time, and you might feel that way, especially since you were writing at such a younger age. Once you turn that corner of 30, I felt justified. You know what I mean? I felt like I had lived at least enough for my opinions. When I was 21, I was just talking truth. But you know what I mean? But by the time I was 30, I felt like I had lived enough to be able to justify not only the passion that I had, but be able to deliver that in a way, you know what I mean, that people could actually digest it. Because you've been out there enough. And believe me, girl, you've been out there enough. So don't you ever question your age. No, it's the truth.
No,
even at 25 or 24, right? You've lived something to be able to tell that story. And so, especially if it was resonating with people that were older than you, you know, that meant that there was something within that, in those words. So so this is your main book. So this is out now.
This is out now.
And then where can people get this?
Amazon. It's there. You get it on Kindle or paperback.
Isn't that wonderful? Oh my goodness, I think it's wonderful. So this is your first book?
Second book.
Your second. So what was the first book about?
So the first book, well, it's funny because it ties in with what you were saying earlier about the women dynamic. So my first book is How to Be a Goddess. Every woman is a goddess. So, and it's just about ruling the domain in which you reign supreme. And it really focuses on that innate gift that everyone has, but because I work with women so much, I really wanted to make it a goddess themed book. So in the book I wrote about goddesses from various civilizations. And I wrote how women can overcome fear, different blockages, self-esteem, all that. So that's really what it was all about, just understanding that you don't have to have some hidden agenda or animosity just to get to the top. We can collaborate as goddesses, our strong inner power. So that's what that book was all about.
So, and I think that that's the truth. And I think that so often, and I think I had another conversation and just in communities in general, but I think that even for women, we feel, or I've experienced, there's not enough for all of us for it to go around. So whatever I have, I must hoard. You know what I mean? Because I can't share with you because there's not enough at the table. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna fill my plate first, and then whatever you get in return,
like
cool.
Thanksgiving Day.
Exactly right. It's like, let me get first in line. Let me fill it. I'm sorry you didn't get a nibble, but you know what I mean? That's on you. Right. You came late. Of enough opportunity for all of us.
Absolutely.
Then, and us being confident within the fact that there's enough.
Right. Right.
And I think that that's what we're missing, because we're not confident in the fact that there's enough. What we're confident is that I need or I want. Right. But I'm not confident that you would be willing to give it to me either. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there just needs to be a sense of, I want you to be successful. You want me to be successful. Right. And we figure that out. But I love the goddess thing. Yeah. I love that. All right, you gotta treat me with that one too.
Yeah, next time. I gotta come back.
You have to come back. You have to come back. And I think that it's important. And do you feel like you've evolved as a writer now? I mean, now you're on book 2. Yeah. So is this a different experience than book 1?
Oh yeah, definitely. The first one, it was really just me diving deep into my spirituality. So I had loads of books, and it's funny because my mom used to yell at me because I had literally 3 stacks of books.
I believe it. I believe it.
Just doing a whole lot of research. So that was really just like a coming of age book for me. Yeah. With this one, this is like Tia's here, okay? Yes. And I got to a nice point in my life where no one is going to penetrate my happiness. So this book is just, it's a whole new route. The first book was really spiritually based. This one is really like self-improvement based. Okay. So it's definitely a different tune. Yeah.
And I think that that's interesting too, that you say, penetrate your so easily. People can come in. Yeah. And I truly, I don't believe the majority of people that have negative things to say about you are doing it in a malicious way. Right. They've got their own issues. Yes. Truth. They've got their own issues, and they're perpetuating those issues onto you. But what they say sits with you. Yeah. I mean, I was meeting with someone and we were talking, and I was working through some valleys that we have in life, and he had literally said throughout the month, Cheldin, there's ups and there's downs, and there's ups and there's downs, and I go, throughout the month? I was like, that's before noon. Before noon, there's ups and there's downs and whatever. Because I would wake up in the morning, and I say, I like to get up early. I like to attack things before other people get up in the morning. And it would be like such a blessed email, something wonderful. Someone had an amazing experience with me. It was wonderful. Let's work more together, whatever. Yeah. The next email that would come in would be like, oh, I didn't get this, I need this, but something intense, and the emotions would just go up and down and not finding that level. Now, you say,